Alright guys, on the left part of the map, this is Antigua Shipyards, by the way. We have our yellow Zerg player 1 win away from a trip to the finals to take on Marine King. It is MVP DongRaeGu. And on the right side, 1 game away from elimination in the Arena of Legends, we have our Zerg player from the team, Startail. It is Startail July. Some cross positions on Antigua Shipyards. Another interesting map for ZVZ. It's maybe a little bit more defensible as far as your natural goes. I mean, dual site your natural is so wide open that it's really hard to take a hatchery at all on that map. But Antigua Shipyards, I feel like maybe a little bit different.
I think we're probably going to see July Zerg do the same hatch first that we've seen him do before, because
certainly could.
DongRaeGu's, no matter what July Zerg has done, DongRaeGu is to the same build every time. Gas pool on 14, and he's just going to do the same thing again. Didn't sneak another drone in there before getting his pool, but that's just fine. And July Zerg, yep, is going to go for the hatchery first.
Yeah, there you go. July really seems like he's kind of experimenting with this sort of new style for him anyway in ZVZ. I mean, who knows, for all I know he could have been doing it in practice for months now, but it's just something that we haven't seen a lot from him in tournaments, so kind of interesting to see him kind of play around with it a little bit. Meantime, we have a pool almost done already for DongRaeGu. Getting that gas as well so we can get that early Zergling speed.
Yep, and the spawning pool is going up for July Zerg as well, so he's going to be able to probably now, well, actually with these overlords, if they again have an illicit meeting in the middle of the map, what that's actually going to do is tell DongRaeGu where July Zerg's base is. So he's actually going to be able to send his Zerglings to the correct position a little bit quicker than anticipated.
Those overlords, they keep sneaking off to meet each other. It's like, hey Chad, hey Phyllis. And they just keep passing. Chad and Phyllis, the
Chad
overlords.
and Phyllis, those are overlord names?
Well, you know, if I had
If I was a Zerg Overmind, I would probably name my overlord.
That's a great name too. Well, when overlord. Wow, that was a horrifying sound. What?
Have like a group of overlords. They're all born of the same mother, and their mother's like, "All right, you're and you're Chad, and you're
and Phyllis."
And Phyllis.
When overlords go to college in America, sometimes they take American names so that their friends don't have to pronounce it. So that's what the deal is there.
Zergling's coming out for July Zerg just in time, as is usually the case in this situation. He's putting on a spine collar just to be safe because he's expecting mass Zerglings and possibly Banelings to follow up. So very smart by July Zerg. Of course, DongRaeGu's going to have speed a lot earlier than July Zerg, so that might be a big advantage. There he goes with the speed. He's going to run right around. I can't believe July Zerg let him run past like that.
Wow, DongRaeGu's been so good about getting in there with just a couple lings, killing off a drone here and there.
Oh.
Makes a big difference. Oh no, not Phyllis! No!
And Phyllis.
No. Phyllis the Overlord. Never forget.
Phyllis the Overlord bites the dust. DongRaeGu running his Zerglings kind of around in circles and just kind of taking extra hits. Not really doing enough with those. He had an opportunity to run his Zerglings into the main, but he didn't.
Oh no! Phyllis' sister! Margaret! No!
And that Overlord's going to go down as well. So DongRaeGu just built another Overlord to be unsupply blocked and got supply blocked again. Baneling Nest coming up for July Zerg.
The liberal arts major now. Oh well. Yep. Well, some Zerglings there to retrieve the remains of Phyllis and Margaret.
Yeah, so now, and at the main of July, there we go. He was trying to sneak in some Zerglings, but there's Banelings there. Try to pick off the Banelings with a single Zergling, but there's just, that's why you keep a few Zerglings with your Banelings, so if they try and kill it with just one, you can, there he goes.
Does get one.
Takes out a Baneling with a single Zergling. Beautiful move.
You know, I gotta say, though, DongRaeGu's control has been so good in these games. I mean, just getting in there, killing overlords. We haven't really seen him lose big amounts of Zerglings to a Baneling here and there. Very impressive. And I feel like we haven't gotten to see him play a lot of ZVZ yet, so pretty cool. He is 3-0 in the GSL, so he's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, he has been doing very, very well. And here comes an attack from July Zerg, though. It's going to come down to control the Banelings. Oh no, targeting single Banelings. Going to give the defender a little bit of advantage.
DongRaeGu's got to be careful.
Oh no! DongRaeGu takes a huge hit. He's going to be able to kill these Banes before they kill drones. Yes, he is.
Oh, that queen is so good at what she does, which is saving drones.
The drones are like, let's go this way. No, they're that way. Let's go the other way. No, they're that way now.
Wow.
All the Banelings go down.
That could have been a lot worse for DongRaeGu. He didn't do too bad. He did lose a lot of Zerglings. You know, I knew that was going to happen too, because I just said how he wasn't losing big groups of Zerglings to Banelings. So naturally, that's the very next thing that'll happen in the game.
Of course. And we do have the Roachborn going down for DongRaeGu. He says, all right, it's time to switch up, get some different tech.
Yep.
He's getting some Banelings and a Spinecrawler at his front to kind of protect this while he gets this tech going up. Jelizerg has been droning heavily in the meantime, so he's actually gotten a pretty big economic lead, up to 46 drones to DongRaeGu's 32.
Oh, Smorlings being lost right there, as you can see. Spinecrawlers, both of these guys playing pretty defensive this game now. Wonder if we may even see a ZVZ that goes to a third base. Wouldn't that be something?
Well, they did both get third bases earlier, remember? Daybreak.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did, you're right.
Yeah, we've actually, but no, you're right. Sometimes we do see Zerg versus Zergs get into sort of a stalemate situation, and they get pretty epic if it gets long term. But that's
still rare. Yeah.
It is still rare. I mean, often ZVZ comes down to the game ends if someone makes a mistake, and if no one makes any mistakes, you can have that kind of situation.
Really big gather advantage right now for July, though. 52 to 38 drones. That is huge, and you can see, it's paying off. He's taking that third.
And he's getting a Spire again, and he's a little bit worried about roaches, so he's putting up 3 more Spinecrawlers at his expansion.
Yeah, July is starting to look like he's in pretty good shape right about now. This is actually looking a lot like Game 1 did on Daybreak.
Oh, got that Overlord, but the Queen died for it. So yeah, July's are going to Spire Tech. Now, DongRaeGu has been producing tons of roaches in the meantime, so he's going to have a very, actually, a decreasing time where he can actually do some damage with these roaches. The Spire's going to complete in about 30 seconds, and I don't know if the roaches are going to land at the front before that. I think those Spinecrawlers are going to buy just enough time for Mutalisk to get out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't think this roach attack is really going to do a whole lot. I mean, he might be able to power through some of the Spinecrawlers. We'll see.
No, not with that many spines. This is definitely not going to do enough good.
And Zerglings to back it up as well. So if he can hold off, like you said, long enough for the Muse to get out, he'll be okay. Here we go, though. That is a lot of spines. Yeah, DongRaeGu's just going to turn right around. He's going to be like, well, that's too much for me to move into. No, he's going to go for it. Here come the Banelings.
He should not go in. He cannot go in right now.
Well, he doesn't know about the Spire yet, I'm pretty sure, so he's got to go for it.
Even just the forces on the ground, there's just too many spines. Oh, Banelings destroying his roaches and his own Banelings. There's enough Zerglings there that this is not going to work unless he kills so many. Oh! Whoa! Huge Baneling hits, but it didn't even matter.
Yeah, it's still not going to work. That's just way too many Spinecrawlers to attack
into.
And now the Mutas are out, and I think DongRaeGu is in huge trouble at the moment.
Yeah, he is. July had to cancel his third because he just couldn't quite hold it. There's the GG.
There it is. DongRaeGu didn't even have his lair yet, man. I mean, what are you going to do against that? So,
yeah,
July Zerg with the nice Muta switch there to end the game. And we're tied up again, man. 2-2.
Yeah, DongRaeGu went for one big attack. He placed everything on that attack. He went for mass Zerglings and Banelings and mass roaches mostly. And July Zerg, because he was going Mutas, he just put up a bunch of defenses.
That's one of those things where it's like, you're attacking, and you're like, oh man, this is a lot of Spinecrawlers, and you're like, oh no, he has Spinecrawlers because he's probably getting a Spire right now. And then you're just like, well, I guess I have to go for it, and then it doesn't work out, and you lose.
Yeah.
So we are going all the way to Game 5. The map is going to be Belshire Beach.
Yeah, and I mean, even if he hadn't gotten all those Spinecrawlers because he was getting Mutas, he had such an economic advantage, he would have had more roaches instead.
Yeah.
If he'd gone for roach tech instead of that.
That's what kind of clues you in, yeah.
So anyway, Belshire Beach is going to be the last map. DongRaeGu versus July Zerg. Game number 5, the ace match. This game is going to determine who advances to the finals. We're going to find out what happens in just a moment here at the GSL Arena of Legends.